Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Carson Wentz's Eagles going up against Carr's Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Lynch with his first touchdown this last week in the silver and black, 75th touchdown of his career.
The way that he carries the football and the way that he makes defenses almost back down at times because he's such a hard-charging runner, gives him a nice kinship with his offensive line, doesn't it? Because he runs the ball the way that they block. So they share in each other's excitement and joy in how they play the game.
Well, the fans liked his little dance on the sideline, by the way. I don't think the Jets were too happy with it, though.
No, they weren't. But the bottom line was there wasn't much they could do about it because his team was winning, so he had the right to dance.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now Wentz. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
Well, they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
They start the drive with Lynch, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see the Eagles on offense here again in a second, but Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith, speaking of that offensive wide receiver, they're really starting to find a spark with Carson Wentz, aren't they?
They certainly are, and it started back in the offseason when Carson Wentz had a passing camp that he held for the receivers and running backs in North Dakota. And it was the first time any of those guys had ever been to the Dakotas other than Torrey Smith, who had been to South Dakota one time. But trying to integrate them, big-time targets, great catch radius, wanting to make sure the ball gets to them so they can make some plays downfield.
They'll run again with Blount. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Shotgun now for Wentz. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. They're pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Cooper's got it. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. First down, the run with Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Lynch. And some space here. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? But Garrett Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing now is Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me their fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now they'll throw with Carr. Dancing to his left. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Carr now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Steps away to his left. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing on first down is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Wentz now to throw. Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, 37 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
Now Carr throwing on second down. This one caught left side by Cooper. A gain of 32 that time. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again. Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on third down. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play. Taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Wentz to throw on second down. Mario Edwards in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Vinny Curry able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Second down now after the sack. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Lynch busting free. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. On second down, here's Carr. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. This is caught. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a 1st down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
Crabtree, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Second and goal. Here's an option play left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Carr. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
LeGarrette Blount, the 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
A good pickup there at 22. Carr now to throw. They set up the screen to Lynch. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down now after the pass completion. Shotgun now for Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Shift together here from the D-line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
And this is something that you know that they're emphasizing, you know they're working on, but it has to improve. Carson Wentz lost 14 fumbles as a rookie. And the NFL is just different. When you're in the pocket, you're always at risk of that ball being jostled out.
And if memory serves, those 14 fumbles tied with Carson Palmer for most in the NFL. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Carr to throw on second down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Lee Smith from 8 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead is down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game.
LeGarrette Blount. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount, 38 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
All right, I got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
Well, he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Here's Carr to throw, and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 3rd down, Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Wentz to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Shotgun now for Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys?
Right. Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Mills. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Wentz. And the Raiders have got him. Jihad Ward in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit
it.